Good evening, everyone. How are you all today? Good to see you again. If you have been tuning in daily, we are day 8, I think, day 8 of 25 days of lives. And you have landed here on Sue's Paper Creations. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator on the west coast of Canada on Vancouver Island. So hello. Okay, we got our first person who happened to catch me live here. Hello, Stacy, and welcome. If you have not been watching the, I guess, 7 other days, other lives, you will find them all in my feed on Facebook here. They do last for 30 days before Facebook takes them away, but you will also find them over on my YouTube channel, which is just Sue Phillip. I don't really have any kind of cover photos on them yet. I should probably do that in the next little bit so that you know what you're looking at, but you'll be able to go by the date and you'll be able to see that I've got a whole bunch of days in a row there with lots of different great ideas, some techniques, layouts, all the good stuff. So hello, I am here a little bit, hi, I am here a little bit early here tonight. It's been a good day, another good day. It's beautiful here in Victoria, BC. Lance and I took Jim out for a great walk up at Dean Park, which is always beautiful, into the woods there. It was so nice to go down the paths, and yeah, then I came home and I've been busy today. You can see that I finally got September's card club registration is now open. Yay! I literally just opened it, I think maybe 20 minutes ago, and I've had a couple people already register, saw it go up. So if you have been waiting, we are going to be using the Scenic Adventure bundle, which is beautiful. It's got a really, I like it because, of course, West Coast, but it's got trees, mountains, beautiful skylines. We're going to be doing some fabulous stuff with it. This is the first card from it. In the kits that I mail out within Canada, so if you're in Canada, I can mail you out a kit. $45 includes the shipping and the taxes. It is a great deal, and $25 worth of products in it. So you're going to get half a package of designer paper, a full package of embellishments, and 3 yards of your ribbon. And then we're going to create 7 cards coming up in September, 2 of 3 different designs, and then 1 fun fold, a wow card. Okay, so you can check it out. Link is in the description for you. But today I've also, not only did I get that done, I had my little wind up, Lori and I, who did our birthday fancy kit together on Saturday. We had such a great time. We had our, a little meeting, the two of us, put together a PDF here for those of you that were at the event. I will show you a little bit of it. It gives you some alternative ideas for that amazing kit. It's probably one of the best ones that they have had released, and they will be releasing, well, they do 2 kits every single month, so I'm excited to see what comes up in a few days. Okay, let's head on down to my workspace, and what can I say? I've been creating lots of different things the last 7 days. So a real mixture. We did a lot of, in fact, I think probably on the last day, the 25th day, I might even we'll go down memory lane, and I will show you all 25 different things that we've made in the lives. Yesterday, I loved it. This is probably one of my favorites so far, is this fabulous pocket and with the pull-out gift card, and I just love this notes and totes. I checked today, it's literally not back in the online store yet, but it is due in this week, and it is a great set. You can make all sorts of great little bags. But yeah, there's been some scrappy cards. This is going to be another one. It's going to be really quick tonight. I'm going to be doing some tearing of some paper. I've got the turtly cute one little critter from the paper that I have cut out already. And then I have got some pieces that I had left over from creating with these guys earlier in the week. So I'm going to show you a technique that a good friend of mine, Crystal, Lexi Bugs Creations, she is part of my Stamp It Canadian team, and it was probably a couple years ago where she showed us this fun ripping technique in which you can use up again scraps. You know I love to use the scraps up and just create a really great focal point for your card. Now I do need to cut up one more little white piece here. I forgot one piece, so let's do that. I just want to see if this will work. I think it will. Yes, it will. I'm going to cut this down, and we're going to use this one. But yeah, I'm going to show you how to create just a fun background. It's going to be overlapping pieces of ripped designer series paper, and it is such a cool effect. You have a nice ripped edge to it. I'm just seeing how much I need to cut off here. There we go. And it's easy to do. And really, you could use all sorts of different papers. I just happen to be using papers that are all from the same designer series paper pack. But if you wanted to just pick out your favorite colors, if you wanted to use some two-tone cardstock. We have that new two-tone cardstock, which is fabulous because it has a light and a dark, and it has a white core that you would be able to get a really cool effect with. Okay, so I'm going to just jump to it. All right, I hope you had a great day. What else did I do today? I feel like I've been non-stop. Oh, I did get, for those of you who have been checking out my posts each day, because I'm giving away, not only am I doing 25 days of lives, we're doing 25 days of giveaways as well. And I did the first 6 draws. We've got some of the winners watching today, and your gifts have gone into the mail already. I was on it today. Got all of those into the mail, as well as some of you that ended up purchasing the last of my August kits that I had left over. Those are all in. Okay, you're probably wondering, what is she doing? Okay, so I have added a little bit of white liquid glue all over the surface, and I'm doing this because I want to be able to lay down all of my papers. Now, I didn't really think it through which order that I want to do these in, but I'm going to wing it, okay? I'm not worried about it. So I'm going to lay down a piece of yellow, just like that. And then I'm going to take a piece of the green, the turtle shell, and I am going to rip down like that, and I'm going to put it over top. Just like that. It's as simple as that, okay? Then we're going to take another one. I hope I have enough pieces here cut. We'll see. And we're going to rip again. Now, as you rip towards you, you expose the nice white edge. Okay, just like that. Look at the frame over the DSP is perfect. Yes, I'm going to be finishing it off with a little framework. You will see if you happen to see that. And again, I am using up like scraps. I should be called like Scrappy Sue or something, because I love to use up the scraps. And I created. This was left on my workspace from that last night. Okay, so this was part of my inspiration for today's card, was to use up that frame. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just keep on ripping these. Hello, Karen. We've got Moira. We've got, I think I saw Monica pop on. Lisa, Tracy, hello. Okay, how are we looking so far? I'm going to add another yellow. Like I said, I think I have enough here. If not, I've got the pieces. I can cut a few more strips. But I'm just layering these up. And it may not look like much to begin with, but just wait until I actually frame everything up. And you will be shocked at how amazing it all comes together. Okay, much like that slimline, all the scraps from the slimline I did. I was amazed at that one too. Sometimes that surprises me. Okay, now I have not had, because I have been busy, it's been a fair amount of computer stuff today. I'm going to do a little bit of relaxing and do some prep work a little bit later tonight. But first I'm going to I wanted to go live early so that I can just relax, hang out with Lance for a bit and just chill before I do a little bit of prep that I'm going to do tonight, because I do have to work the next 2 days. So if you happen to send me a message and I don't get back to you right away, it is probably when you've hit me on an actual work day, which it may surprise you because I seem to be here all the time. But there is a couple days a week that I do work in a dental office. So on those days I do check for messages. Oh, I want another yellow piece for sure. I want to end it on a yellow piece. I do check my messages when I have my breaks at lunch, but during the day, if you try and get a hold of me, I will not be checking my phone. Okay, so let me just grab another piece of yellow. But I will get back to you, of course, as soon as I can. Do the best I can. I'm going to cut another piece off of here. Look at all of these cute little, oh, see, maybe I want to do the party hat one. I've got, I already cut one turtle out. He's playing a banjo. I thought it'd be cute because I've got some musical notes in here and it's like he's singing happy birthday. So I'm going to stick with the little banjo turtle here. Let me see here. What does Joy have to say here? You are going to use all those other strips for another card. The strips you ripped off. You know what? I'm actually not this round because it's a little tiny piece, although I probably could. I could do a tag. Oh, I could do a matching tag. Huh. Oh, see? Now, Joy, you're going to have me going through my recycle bin, grabbing all the pieces, because I could definitely do a tag. Maybe I'll do that, and then you can see what it looks like in a tag version. Good call. Okay, I think that's going to cover it up enough. Yes. Okay, so we're going to trim all this. These pieces I'm not keeping what I trim. And I'm going to just chop along the edge. Now you can see why these scissors here, in one of my posts, the question was, what tool What is one of the tools you can't live without in your craft room? I wish that they still had these fabulous scissors, but they were their ribbon scissors. Years and years ago when I first started with Stampin' Up, they sold ribbon scissors. And I think it's because they also used to sell some little quarter packs of like coordinating fabric, like little fabric squares that you could use with some of the die cuts, and you could do crafty stuff with them. So I think that's why they originally had like fabric ribbon scissors, but oh man, they're gooders. Okay, let's see. Was this way? Look at how amazing that looks when it's all framed up. Are you surprised? Have you done this little technique before? That is the question. Do you ever bring back tools from days gone by? That is a good question. Let's see. I do have some stuff from days gone by. Like I have pastels. I have, used to have like little chalk palettes. And I used to actually stamp on white paper in Versamark. And then I would blend a little bit of chalk over top of it. It was so beautiful. Now you've got me thinking of other things. Yeah, see, you guys inspire me to look back at what I've done and recreate. And you might see a little bit of that as we go through our 25 days here. Like this one here. We're going to recreate it with some cute little turtles. Oh, Donda, I love it. She's working at being more comfortable ripping paper. You know, it's you just gotta go for it. You just gotta go for it. It's gonna be okay. This is a great card to get comfortable with ripping your paper because you're just using up scraps, so it's not a big deal if it doesn't turn out exactly as you want it. I'm using all of the little edges because they're skinnier. They're a little bit skinnier. And I'm just putting them along the frame because I want to pop up the frame. I think that it would look, just add some depth and make it look more like a shadow box type of feel to it with all of the colors in the backdrop. I think it's going to add that element to it, which will look fantastic. Okay, I think I got almost enough. I'm gonna put one here and one over here. There. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna get rid of all these little bits. Let's see which ones are color, which ones I have taken off and which one I haven't. Okay. Nope, that one's good. This one needs to come off. This one needs to come off. Does anyone else have any like ideas, techniques, or ideas of things that you've done in the past that you would like to see brought to a new light? Look at that. So this is framed in Poppy Parade. And isn't that fun? So fun. Just ripped pieces of paper. Shocking, isn't it? We're going to add, I almost don't want to cover up too much, but I am going to add a little turtle on here. And maybe what I will do, because I don't want him to take up the whole space, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to crop this edge to the white edge so that we don't have the bigger circle covering it up. I was going to go yellow, but I think that this is, I think, gray granite, and I think it's more of a pretty neutral for this card. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just chop. I'm guesstimating I want to say maybe 5/8 of an inch. Let's see. Okay, that's not too bad. That doesn't cover up too much. Oh yeah, look at that. So you don't have to use chalks. I'll see what I can do with chalks. Yes, for sure. You don't have to use a full circle, or whether it's a circle, whether it is some sort of tag. I have got many in my little goodie box of the past, but say even, you know, like if you needed to put a greeting on and you're like, I love the shape, but this is too big, work it on the edge and just chop it off, and you can use just part of it, right? That's always a good one. You know, this sort of thing too, because sometimes it's just like a little half shape that would look perfect for what you need. So just work it into the sides of your creation, and you know, who knows, you might have a use for, no, I'm not going to have a use for that. That's too small, but you could have a use for it. Oh my goodness, right? Okay, so let's finish putting this one together. I am going to, I could tuck it underneath, but I think I'm going to break up the frame a little bit, and I'm going to just do it flush with the frame. I am going to keep the dimension to it, and I think that works well because you still get to see a lot of this beautiful paper technique that and backdrop that we've created. So I think we have got a balance. Okay, it's always good to, when you create, kind of work with a balance. You don't want to, if you've got a beautiful backdrop, you don't want to go ahead and cover too much of it up, right? It's, I'd like to say you went to so much work, but this little technique here, it's not a whole lot of work. That is the best part of it. Look at that, that's perfect. But it looks like you went to a whole lot of work, right? And then I'm going to pop my little turtle off of here so you can see which paper I cut him out of. So I think I mentioned this before, like I have not even purchased the whole bundle of these turtles. I am having a great time just using up the images that are within the pattern paper. I don't mind fussy cutting or fancy cutting, whichever you may choose to call it. I want the Stamparatus. The Stamparatus, our positioning tool that we had. Yes, we no longer have that. But there is other ones on the market. Like there is the Misty and a couple other ones. I did like ours because it had a little hinge mechanism, which was awesome, right? Do you use tape or glue? I'm a glue person. I really am. I'm going to pop this guitar. Now this guitar is, I'm going to do a little trick here, and I can't even show you because I've already put one dimensional on the back, but I'm actually stacking too high for just this little part of the guitar because I want it to be able to be fixed down, but I've already got one level of pop with the circle, and then the turtle is popped up as well. So therefore, to keep the guitar level with the rest of the card, then I did a little double pop on there. Okay, stack those dimensional half dimensionals up and see that it is perfect. Okay, now we need to put a little greeting. I'm actually going to go to the greetings because I had them here from our kit together. The ones from the birthday fancy kit, there's some really sweet greetings in it. I'm going to use Secret C just because I want a darker color, and it happens to be here. Okay, and I'm going to stamp right here, sending you happy birthday wishes. Just like that. Okay. Now, this die cut, it has the cute little detail on the edges. It is from the Happy Hibiscus. And again, I'm an over prepper for everything, so whenever I do some die cutting, and say I'm cutting out a whole bunch of, like, I don't know, whatever shapes they are, circles out of a piece of cardstock. If I happen to have, like, I've cut a whole bunch of things out and there's a section that is just left over about this big, I go to my greeting, like just little shaped, I just gotta make sure I'm not chopping that off. I don't have my glasses on. I don't think I have. Nope, I can go a little more. I go to some of the dies that I've got that are perfect for greetings, and I just cut a few extra. And I stick them in my bin, and then when I go to create with all my scraps, I always have a good little selection of die cuts that I can alter like this, or just pull out of the bin. Okay. So I'm going to put this, I don't want to cover up like a full, like one whole pattern. I'm going to hit it right in the middle so you see a little bit of this pattern and you see a bit of this pattern. And I think I'm going to make it so it doesn't quite, I'm going to pull it in closer. So I'm going to need to trim it just a little bit more, just like that. And it fits perfectly right beside them like that. Yep, and then I can still see the detail here. That's perfect. So I'm going to add some dimension on this one. On this end, and then just to keep things level, we're going to put a little bit of glue there right next to this little hip here of the turtle. If a turtle has a hip. This one does. He's standing up. He's a unique turtle. And I'm going to bring it up again so that I've got kind of in between two of the patterns. So we get to see the polka dots and we get to see the yellow. Sometimes placement. Attention to the detail there. Okay. And then we have got, is that straight? Let's get it straight. I think it is. It's hard to tell with the ripped paper, right? It's setting me off here. Nope, I think it's okay. I think we're pretty straight. Yep. Okay, so now I've got the greeting on there. I've got our little turtle, and we just need to do a little bit of embellishing, right? Christmas paper. Oh my goodness. Yes, Lisa. 1 year, I probably don't have them around anymore because I gave those Christmas cards away. But I used to, and I will do it probably, I will probably do it again this year. I used to run 20 card stack Christmas cards. So you come and you make 20 cards in one day. And I would prep a ton of beautiful, beautiful Christmas papers. And I would end up with all these strips, like literally all the strips like this, or even a little bit skinnier, right? Maybe 3/4 of an inch. And so with those scraps, and I usually cut out some sort of rectangular shape, so I ended up with a ton of these little frames, and I would just sit there, and a relaxing thing to do, I would create, you know, Christmas cards with all of the scraps and frame them in, and then just do a little circle with a Christmas tree or Christmas bells or a Santa, something small, or even just a circle with a Christmas greeting, because you don't need much more if you have beautiful papers. You can add metallics in there, which would be beautiful for festive ones, right? I'm going to add my embellishments, and then this card is going to be completed. And you've got another idea on using up your scraps. I tell you, you are going to have so many. Let's see, do we want to do yellow dots? I don't know about that. Let's see what else I've got. Oh, these little yellow ones. I kind of like just more round. Let's see what other color was in here. Oh, there we have it. There we have it. We got green and yellow. And pool party and light pink. Like, it is all of these colors. Whew. Okay. I think I'm going to go with the green. I think I'm going to go with the green. Okay. Let's see here. For Halloween, yes, you could do Halloween papers. You could make it whatever season you want, right? You just pull in the papers that suit the season. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do a little green dot here like that. Maybe I'm going to put one on the frame. Nope, I'm going to keep the frame clean. Normally I would go to putting one on the frame. Switching it up. I'm going to do maybe one here on a tear, and then maybe one little tiny one up here, just on the circle. Yep, I'm happy with that. Okay, there we go. But yeah, you could do this with any papers. Whatever scrap, I'm sure you've got a package that you just have scraps left of, and you love the papers so much you didn't want to get rid of them. We're all like drowning in little scraps everywhere, right? And so you could take that package and you could make a card that has all your favorite papers in it, right? There we go. There is our adorable card for tonight. That was nice and quick. Using our scraps, cutting a little turtle out of. See, I had lots of options. I like the banjo. We got a drum here, a trumpet, accordion. I had to think about that one for a minute. Yeah, this is just one of the papers, but I thought it'd be fun to have a little singing happy birthday. Okay. Before you go, I will show you, and I will actually post some of the actual projects that Lori and I created. But this was another thing that I was working on today. This is our birthday fancy virtual kit together that we did. I just printed it out. When you receive your digital copy, for those of you that ended up signing up for this event, it'll be like crystal clear for you. But it includes, like, there's a picture of the long scrappy card that I did I lose track now. We've created so many times. 2 days ago. This would have been 2 days ago. I did that little slim line, finishing up all the scraps. But it will have, it gives you like 3 cards that are created exactly as the kit that you get. It's in the description. And then I used just the pieces, literally just the pieces of these 3 cards to create a really cool scrapbook page. So I will post pictures of these creations. But if you haven't already got the birthday fancy kit and you would like to get it, whether it's through Lori or through myself, because you are getting that kit through one of us, we will forward you just these pages of ideas so that you can think and say, okay, do I want to make the cards just as they are, or do I want to maybe try and follow along here and, you know, create something different? All right. So, and then these 3 I created just as they were, and then Lori created these adorable tags and decorated up like a simple gift bag. So sweet. Some other cards that were made. I'm going to create one of these as a 3D project. So you will see this coming up, probably using different products, but this is an actual bag that I wanted to create, a bag that would actually fit the A2 cards in it. And for this one, I created it using just the pieces from one of the cards, just one of the cards out of the kit, and I used a piece of Lost Lagoon, and I made it in a way so that you could after you create the rest of your cards, you could pop them into this bag and then you could give it as a beautiful gift to somebody. It says happiest birthdays and then let's eat cake on the other side. So I will show you this project somewhere in the 25 days. Okay, but it gives the actual recipe for that in here too. All right, and then Lori like stepped it out with using these pieces and then switched out the card bases as an alternative with some beautiful bright strawberry slush and Lost Lagoon pieces. They were so pretty. So yeah, we just want to, if you end up getting the kit, then you've just got this little 5 pages of inspiring things that you can do other than just the quick and easy cards that they give you. Okay, so it gives you a little extra inspiration. Is that PDF in the store? I do not have this one in my store. I mean, it does not give, it was just going to be a gift for those that happen to buy the actual kit. I'll talk to Lori, see if she ends up adding it to hers as well, but it doesn't go through step by step on the position of everything. It just has some detailed photos so that you can, they're pretty easy to kind of figure out exactly where everything would go. And then it has a recipe, of course, for the box in here. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, you may see it in the PDF store at some point. Okay. There it is there. But if you want to get the kit, that will be emailed to you as some extra inspiration. Okay. All right. Because that's the fun part, right? It's always nice to, if you happen to get something, to have some ideas already right off the start to be able to create some alternative things. I've got one is a sunset sailing in my PDF, which is a grab and go. I will likely be doing more of those grab and goes once I kind of get past, once I get past the busy 25 days, I'll probably create a couple more. And those kits are great because it's basically a free class if you happen to purchase that bundle through me, or the option to just buy the PDF as well. But again, it gives you right away recipes for 5 or 4 different cards that you could create using your new bundle, which is kind of nice. And I do end up mailing out the kit with the pieces, so you have the pieces to put it together. All right. Okay, everyone, I hope you enjoyed day 8. I will see you tomorrow. We are going to do a toss-up, and it is going to be the color palette that wins the poll. So if you have not seen it, I am going to do a monochromatic card. I took pictures of the color wheel. We have got pictures of that range from reds and oranges, which I think is going to look amazing. It's got corals and Cajun and some beautiful colors in there. And then we've got one that is like all blues and green tones, and then one that goes kind of from more like purpley reds to fuchsia kind of colors. So it's got fresh freesia in there, I think some blackberry bliss. Anyways, you'll see it. There has been many of you who have commented. I have not tallied it up yet, but I will definitely have a look, and I will be creating a card tomorrow night. I might have to, if I get home at 5, because I work tomorrow, it may end up being a little bit later. I was going to try and go for 6. You may see it closer than to 7, but you'll get the notification when I go live, just so that I can plan, because I don't even know what colors I'm going to be using yet. You guys are going to decide that today. Okay, so I'll check in the morning. All right, see you tomorrow. Have a great evening, and yeah, happy creating. Bye for now.